Hello everyone. So this is our 16th tutorial in the series of SolidWorks tutorials. So today we learn about the hole wizard commands. So let's start with a new project. So click on new, click on the part, click OK. As you can see, our sketch user interface is open here. Now select the top plane first, go to sketch, select the sketch command and draw a center rectangle here. Give certain dimensions to the rectangle. Let us say the length of the rectangle is 200. And the dimension of the rectangle width is 100. Click OK. Exit the sketch. Now go to the features. Click on extrude boss base. And give the dimension as 50 millimeters, or you can say the height or depth of to this rectangular element. Click OK. And you can see our solid blank is ready. See? Now I have to provide a certain holes on this blank with certain characteristics. Holes can be counterbore, countersink, drilled hole, end hole, blind holes. So there are a number of types of holes by which you can create on this blank. See? Okay. Now let me select the hole wizard command here. So you can see in the feature toolbar, which is a 3D toolbar, and here we can see a hole wizard command here. Now when I click hole wizard command, you can see in the property manager, the property manager changes with the type of holes and the type of various parameters. So there are two options. First we have a type here, and second one we have a position. So first of all we have to select the type, what type of hole you want, whether it's a counterbore hole, countersunk hole, or you can say hole, simple hole. And then we have a straight tap holes, taper tap, legacy hole, counterbore slot, countersunk slot, and slot. Okay, so there are a number of variations of hole types here. So as per your requirement, you can select any of these hole type and place it on this component, and we can define the position of that hole with the help of position toolbar here. And now let me select that I need a counterbore hole. When I select this counterbore hole, you can see a number of parameters are available here. So standard will be ISO. You can choose as per the requirements. So let me select the ISO standard here, and you can choose the size of the hole also. So by default we have a number of size, like from varies from M5 to M64. Okay, so you can select any type of hole, any size, whichever required as per the drawing. But if you need your sizing, your custom sizing, so you have to select this show custom sizing option here. When you select this show custom sizing option, you can see all the parameters like diameter of the hole and your counterpart or bore diameter, and then depth of the counterbore. You can change it as per your requirement. So this is how you can define the custom holes in this software. So let me give you a glimpse here. First of all, yes, end condition will be blind. If you want that the hole will be placed here on the blank and move up to a certain depth, and if you want through all, this selects through all here. Okay, then the hole will be as per this passing through all this width, and it will be hollow from inside. Okay, so let me select this first counterbore hole, and now I will go to the position, and now I place the hole. See, the hole is placed. Fine. See, this is how your hole is placed. Now the command will continue unless and until you just click escape to end the hole positioning command. So I just select escape button on my keyboard and your positioning command ends. Now you can see a blue dot on these holes. So blue dot is nothing, it's basically your center of the hole, and you have to define this center from the edges of this blank. So what I do, I just go to smart dimension, I select this center, I select this edge and give certain dimensions. Let us say it is 30 here, and again I select this and give the vertical dimension as you can see, let us say it is 40. See, when I click OK here, you can see the hole the dot become black and it is fully defined. Fine. When you define this hole, then it all, you have to define with the help of some dimensions. So I just select this, select the edge, let us say it is 20, and from this end to this end, let us say it is 50. Now your sketch is fully defined. You can see in the bottom part of your screen the fully defined option is OK. Now I click OK here and then go to type again. Fine. Now I select the counterbore hole with a, let us say, M20 option. Fine. So you can see the diameter of the hole is bigger as compared to M5. So when I just select, let us say M12, okay, M12, fine, M12. Now you want to define the end condition, whether you want the hole to be blind hole, that means you have to define the distance. Let us say the distance will be 20. So you can see the hole will move 20 millimeter downwards from the upper surface, only 20 millimeter. Okay. And if you want through all, just select through all here. You can see the hole will move throughout this blank. See, the hole will move throughout from this blank and is hollow inside. And when you click blind option here and you can give 30 here, you can see the hole will be inside this element only. Okay, so this is the 30 millimeter depth of this hole. Now when I click OK, see the hole is created. You can see a hole is created. Now I can show you in the cut section here. See, so this is how your hole is created in the hole wizard. So this is a counterbore hole. It is of M12 size, hex nut. Okay, so the specification is as per the software database. Okay, and now if you want to create the hole as per your specifications, as per your standards, so you can do that also. Now what I do, I just again go to hole wizard. You have to define the diameter of the hole. Let us say we try countersunk right now. First, previously we discussed about counterbore, and now we try about countersink. Now countersink standard will be ISO, and this size will vary from M1.6 to M10. Okay, and fit will be normal. And if you want to make as per your drawing requirements, so just click here, show custom sizing. Before that, I have to go to the position. Now I have to define the hole first. See, my hole is created right now here. So escape to end the positioning of the hole command, and now I have to give the dimensions to the hole. So what I do, I just select this blue center of the hole and the edge of the, let us say it should be 20, and from this edge it should be around 25. Similarly, from this center of the hole to this edge it should be 40. You can give any distance as per your requirements. From this edge it is, let us say, 60. Similarly, you can define this hole from this edge, let us say 20, and from this point to this, let us say 25. So click OK here. Now again go to the type option in the property manager, and you can define the custom sizing of the hole. Now custom sizing means, first of all, you have to define the through hole diameter. So let us say the diameter of the hole is 10. See, and then the countersink diameter, let us say it should be 15. See, and the countersink angle. So it should be 45, 90, 70, 80. So mostly we have taken about like 70 to 80. Okay, so let us say it should be 75. See, so you can define the hole sizing as per your requirement also, and you can define the hole size as per the standard formats which is given in the software. So it's up to you, whichever you want required, whatever the drawing requirements are. So you can define the custom sizing also. If you click off this custom sizing, you have to choose the diameter, choose the options from this size category of this command here. Okay, but if you want that your hole should be of as per your design requirements, then you have to define the custom sizing, and you can give the values as per your requirements. So when I click OK here and I provide the through hole, right now you can see the holes are passing through this hole billet, and in this case I previously defined the blind holes and defined the depth, that up to which depth the hole will move and hole will cut, then it will define as 30 millimeter. Now I define the hole as 20 through all, and it is counter sunk. You can see the taper here, it is 75 degree here, and this is counter bore, it is 90 degree. It is flat surface here. Okay, and now with the help of cut section I can show you. So this is how your hole is created in the counter sink. So this is the counter bore hole, and this one is your counter sunk hole. So you can see this is the hole through all, this is the taper, this is the 75 degree taper which is a counter sink, and this is the counter bore, as you can see here. So previously we discussed about counter bore, which is a blind hole, and through all means the hole will move through all this billet, and it will move from upper surface to lower surface. Okay, so this is how you can create a holes in this, and there are a number of options by which you can create holes here. Now you can see a number of holes, type of holes are there. You can choose counter bore, counter sink, tapered, drilled, single hole. Okay, so there are a number of options. The basic will remain same. You have to define the position of the hole, you have to define the type of the hole. If you have your sizing, then you can define your custom sizing here, and if you want that the sizing will be standards as per your requirements, so you have to define the standards first. So I choose AISO. You can choose any of these standards here and define the hole size as per the standard size. And if you want to define the hole as per your custom sizing, so you can just select this custom sizing option here, and you can define the hole. You can define the end conditions, like you want blind, through all, or up to next, up to vertex. So this is how you can define the depth of the hole as per the requirement. So this is how your hole can be created in the software. I think this is the enough definitions of the hole wizard. So for previous videos you can follow and subscribe my channel, name as Gaurav Chigal, and in that I have discussed about all the AutoCAD tutorials, SolidWorks tutorials, as well as some CATIA tutorials also. So thanks for watching, thanks for your support.